Hi, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Shaleia.
And we're creators of TwinFlamesUniverse.com and so many Twin Flame eCourses, videos, books. Visit the link below. And today we're going to talk about unicorns are real! And we're actually going to talk about Twin Flame sex.
We are.
Why is Twin Flame sex different from sex with anyone else? What's the difference there? Is there something special? Do you explode with magnetic, lustful contractions?
Sexual healing, sexual. That's what it is.
So,
Twin flame sex is very healing sex. Because the love is very healing and it's very deep. And it's, the pheromones to your twin flame is like perfectly matched. And so is the sex.
So, in my experience, the difference between having sex with your twin flame and having sex with not your twin flame is dramatic and profound.
Yep.
So, first I want to talk about, I actually talk about this topic a lot in our course, Twin Flames Dreams Coming True. And it's the idea of limitless investment. When I'm making love to my twin flame, it feels like I'm pouring my love into a container that's solid and safe eternally. Even making love to a soulmate, I was pouring my love into someone that eventually would leave.
Blah.
Even 50 lifetimes away, eventually that love would leave. Goodbye!
Yeah.
With my twin flame, I'm pouring love into an eternally safe container.
Exactly.
All that love always stays with my twin flame. It's always going to be there.
Yeah, and the thing that I find too with twin flame sex, because I've had the contrast too with, actually I've never been with a soulmate in this lifetime, but with my partner's previous, is that the sex became very limited. And with our sex, I feel like, I always feel like we're just getting started.
Yeah.
I feel like it's so new. I feel like there's so much more to explore and express. I don't feel like it's going to cap off. I don't feel like I'm going to get bored. I'm not going to feel like he doesn't understand my body or, what I like. And of course, there is communication sexually with that, as there should be with all partners. But it's so different and it's so expansive and it's so unlimited, and there's so much more loving that can continue to happen with your twin flame in sex. And of course, I'm sure that is true with some people who are in non-twin flame relationships, but from my experience, I probably had about 12 years or so of dating experience before I met Jeff, and like I always hit a wall sexually with like every partner that was actually causing me vaginal problems at one point. I don't need to get into that here, but the point is that my love in my body wasn't designed for that person.
Any other person.
My soul was like, this way, girl. You're drying up because he ain't the one.
So another aspect is that our sex is always evolving and unfolding. Like there's a theme that's always happening and it's always changing. Like, this one to that one to that one, they're similar, but there's something different every time. It's not like we're doing an act and we kind of have our groove and that's it, right? It's this art, it's this musical, tapestry that's always unfolding and different and changing and always healing and always exactly what we need.
Always exact. It's like the perfect medicine.
Yeah, every time.
Single time. Exactly.
And we're not exaggerating this just for camera. We're not exaggerating this just to be like, ooh, twin flame sex. We're not exaggerating this for views. We're telling you realistically exactly what it's like to have a sexual relationship with your twin flame.
It feels really safe. It's probably the most safest sex that I've ever had, emotionally and spiritually, is with my twin flame, which helps me actually open up to deeper layers and levels of loving and be able to experience more and different avenues of my sexual self.
So if you look at it from the outside, and we're not going to get into too many details, I want to talk about the difference between, I want to talk about really hot sex. And what is really hot sex? Really hot sex is not a whole lot of vocalization, a whole lot of excitement, a whole lot of intensity, energy on the outside and what it looks like.
Interesting.
Yeah, if you saw it on camera, right? That's porn. That's what porn is about. And if you're, or, you know, erotica or some fantasy novel, if you're judging your sex by what it looks and sounds and feels like on the outside, you're not seeing it for what it really is. You're experiencing an illusion of what's happening, really. If you look at it from the inside, and the feelings and emotions and intensity experience on the inside, now you're looking at the truth of your sex. So, the point I'm getting to here is twin flame sex, you can't judge from the outside, but you can judge it from the inside. And when you judge it from the inside truthfully, it's by far the hottest, most delicious, highest, sexiest sex I've ever had. By far. But if you judge it from the outside, that's not necessarily true.
Yeah, it's for me, sex is primarily an inner experience than an outer one.
So before we get into creating a sex eCourse on this video on YouTube, twin flame sex.
This is not porn. No, I don't.
People are gonna be disappointed. Like, ooh, twin flame sex.
When
do they get it on?
Yeah, no.
When does he drop off his top and show off his chest hair? Not today. Not today. Not on YouTube.
You can see it tough.
Anyway, thank you so much for joining us.
Enticing.
We highly recommend you check out twinflamesuniverse.com for a whole lot more twin flame content. The best twin flame content on the internet is at twinflamesuniverse.com. Thank you so much for joining us.